God bless to those who do not. Yeah, first thing I'm gonna say here is the servants of Jesus are not who you think they should be. They are not wearing suits. Okay, they don't go to church. Not all of them. They don't all have money. They are not all dressed nice. All their hair is not always cut, trimmed, their teeth are not always right. They're not always driving a nice car. They don't all go to church. Real servants of Jesus don't even go to church. The servants of Jesus are in these streets telling people what it is, trying to relate to them, trying to reach out to them, not judging them, caring like Jesus will, telling people, Jesus cares about you. I understand what you've been through. I've been there too, You're not the only one. We're all going through it. I'm here for you if you need me. Sometimes the servants of Jesus just be regular people who have no reason to gloat about, I'm a Christian. I go to church. I read the Bible. I tithe. I help the homeless. Real servants of Jesus do not brag about what they do. They do it like Jesus would do it. Handle it, then leave it alone. Sometimes you might think, oh, that person go to church, they follow Jesus. No, they follow who people say they should follow, and it ain't always Jesus they're following. And a lot of the time you see people going to church, they're probably going to church for their own self-image, for their own glory, for their own praise, for their own self-pride or whatever. They're only going to church probably because they want people to see them there, so people know they tithe, people know what church they go to, people think they believe in God. And the thing is, if y'all ever read in the Bible, Jesus never said that my servants are Christian, my servants are Jewish, my servants are Muslim. What he said was my disciples. He never said a Jew, a Muslim, a Hindu, a Buddhist, a Christian. He said my disciples. Never, nothing about Christian. People turned it like that. Also, I do have to say this as well. You have to give 10% of your money to nobody. Technically, he never said you had to give money, period. That is a church thing. God did not make money. Satan made money. Why do you think on the dollar bill it says in God we trust? God can be anything or anybody. God is not one. God is many things. And technically his name is not God, it's Allah. Don't believe me? Look at your own human makeup. Because he put his name in your design. That's all I'm going to tell you there. And here's the biggest thing about it. Say if you seen a person in a suit walking down the street talking to people about Jesus versus a homeless person in rags who smells bad talking about Jesus. One of them could be lying to you. One of them could be telling the truth. But who would you go up to first, depending on how their appearance is? One thing Jesus always taught is this world fails because it only goes by a person's image. It doesn't go by the person's spirit. It goes by the person's image. So a homeless person could be walking around telling you the truth about Jesus. A person in the suit could be walking around lying to you about who Jesus really is. But it all depends on who you decide to listen to and who you think should be the one you go to and the one who's telling the truth. God does not favor one person over another. God's not going to pick a Harvard student to do his work over a homeless man on the street corner. It's like I said one time in Sunday school. God doesn't give everyone the same amount of wealth to do the same amount of work. He just needs your heart to be in the right place. And just because you're rich does not mean your heart's in the right place. Just because you're intelligent does not mean your heart's in the right place. Just because you look good does not mean your heart's in the right place. Just because you dress nice does not mean your heart's in the right place. Because you got a nice car, you got a big house does not mean your heart's in the right place. Just because you're married does not mean your heart's in the right place. Just because your children love you does not mean your heart's in the right place. It does not mean that. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means your heart's not in the right place. So here's the thing, and I gotta ask this question. So, if he came back in rags, would you still want him to come back? Jesus came as a child and he got shunned. So if he came back as a child, would you listen to him? If Jesus came to you as a woman, would you listen to him? Because people don't know the Spirit of Jesus can change and be whoever he needs to be to whoever he needs to be it to. So, all I'm saying is, the servants of Jesus do not always come like you think they should. Some are going to look like gold, some are going to look like hell. It's all in who you listen to. And remember, Jesus said, it's not the image that I send my people in, it's the Spirit. The form, you have to come in. The Spirit and the form are not the same thing. The reason why you cannot see the Spirit is because God wants to test the hearts of people to see, would you accept somebody for their spirit or their form? Are you going to get to know that person for who they are or who you think they are? Let me say that again. Are you going to accept a person for who they look like they are or who you think they are? And I'm out. So, God bless to those who believe and to those who don't. Have a good day.